Hey y'all, testing. I'm kind of doing a test to see how this is going. This is about to be my first spoken grams, kind of. It's gonna be interesting because I'm listening to myself do it so that I can give it to you visually. Because when I originally recorded this particular one, I did it over voice. Long story, but whatever. So, I'm listening to myself deliver this. So if it seems a little awkward, that's probably why. Shout out to my ASL class. I just learned how to shadow. So, um, thanks to that I'm able to do this. So we'll see how this goes. I don't have advice. Like I don't have advice to give people. And there was a time in my life where I wanted to give people advice, like advise people how to do things. And the thing is, I don't have that power. Like I don't have that ability to give people advice. Like I could be like, oh, this is a good idea or whatever, but right now I'm advising people to seek God because that's all we can do. We can't do anything else but seek God. And that's exactly what he wants us to do. We run around frantic trying to figure everything out, but for what? Because we have the ultimate source who has the ultimate power to do everything that we need him to do. Um and we just have to be able to let go of our own crap, our own insecurities, our this, our that, let go of the control and allow God to have that control that he wants to have in our lives. And I say this out loud because this is something that I had to receive myself. Like, I've been fighting myself for a long time. Like, I've really been getting into these fights with myself for a while. And it's really spiritual warfare. Like, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And this is all spiritual warfare. Because, well, ain't no because. This is just all spiritual warfare. And we have to recognize it as such. And we have to recognize when God is speaking to us. We have to recognize when the devil is trying to not trick us, but he just like slides up in there because God knows what you need and the devil knows what you want. And sometimes he make them joints intertwine and you could think it's like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. But then and the whole time in the back of your mind, the Lord is like, you know this ain't right. This ain't right. You're justifying it. You're making it sound like it's right. You're putting in words that make it seem like it's right, but you know it's not right. You Stephen Furtick was talking about one time where he had this interaction with this woman and this woman had done something to him and he said something to her. He didn't like curse at her or anything, but he put her in her place. And then he said, what did I get from that? I got 2 hours of heart problems or indigestion or whatever he said. But exactly, because when we don't do what God says, it's not like that he makes us pay for it. It's just that there's a reason why he's telling us to do it. And just as much as he's directing us to take heed to what he's saying, there's a positive and a negative reason why. So how do I say this? So like if you hear God and God says walk forward, as an example, walk forward, and you'd be like, nah, I'm gonna stay right here. There's a reason he wants you to move from one spot to the next. But you like, no, I gotta stay right here because if I stay right here, in your mind, leaning to your own understanding, in your mind, this is the best solution for that problem. But God is like, bruh, if you just listen to me and just step out and walk forward, then you won't get burned by the lava that's coming behind you that you can't see, that I can see. And if you stay there, you're gonna get burned by that lava. But if you move, not only will you not get burned by the lava, but you'll also see God's glory being revealed because you were obedient. Like you're getting both. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same thing happens when you don't listen to God. You get both. Not only do you get the fact that you weren't obedient, so you're mad at yourself or whatever. So like you ain't do what you were supposed to do. But then on top of that, you get the result of whatever it was that God was trying to prevent you from. So if you don't follow directions, you get a double dose of nothing. If you do follow what he's telling you to do, you get a double dosing of something. and you get closer to him. You get closer to your goal. You get closer to your purpose. But you go the other way, you get farther away from the goal, farther away from the purpose. Then you start going back to the other stuff. Like, oh man, I didn't drink. I had a bad day. Do you? Do you have a bad day, or did you just make a poor choice today? Or did you just not take heed to what the Lord told you to do today? But no, I had a bad day. No, you didn't. You didn't have a bad day. You were just disobedient. But, and again, we're giving these new mercies day by day, every morning. And the reason he gives us these mercies day by day is because he know we gonna mess it up. Like, he already know we gonna it up. You know. Because he knows you're gonna get up, he gives you a new mercy every day. Here's another opportunity to do it right today. And guess what? You're gonna mess up today too. But I got you. Because you're trying to do my will. You're gonna make mistakes every day. You're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Like, basically, you're born a sinner. Like, you're born a sinner, bro. Like, that's why you have to be saved. The ABCs: accept, believe, and confess. That's all you got to do to be saved. And boom, in the kingdom, done. And then you have to walk in his way. Like, you got to do both. And it's not as hard as people make it seem. But this whole thing, like, man, I get caught up myself, feeling like I have to change my whole self tomorrow. Like, I got to do all these things today. Like, I get a good word on Sunday, and then on Monday, I need to change a bajillion things. Nah, bruh. Mustard seed faith. You know how big a mustard seed is? You can barely see it. Which means that's all you need. That's all God asks us of us. That's all he needs for, boop, all you need is this much. This much. You can't even see it. You can't even see it. That's all you need, and he'll take care of you. Shout out to Minister Walker. Shout out to Minister Walker. Minister Walker gave me a mustard seed way back in the day. And I have to re-record. I'm not listening to myself right now because I feel like I needed to really give the significance of this part of the video. So when I was a child, Minister Walker gave me a mustard seed. And at the time, I was just so excited that he gave me something. Like, oh my God, he gave me something. That I didn't realize the significance of the gift that he gave me. And in recording this for the first time, verbally, it had hit me like a ton of bricks. Seriously, I was like, oh my gosh, Lord. Like, during this journey I've been going on, mustard seed faith is what has been pushing me. Like, just have a little bit of faith now. It doesn't have to be anything huge or extravagant. Just keep pushing, just a little bit. And the fact that he gave me that when I was a child, and now here I am an adult, and that's what kind of reignited really my walk with God, is miraculous to me. Like, it literally is miraculous to me. So I had to stop listening to myself tell this story because that part, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I appreciate him for that. I was so caught up in the fact that he gave it to me because that was my boy, that I didn't realize the significance of the gift that he gave me, that mustard seed would be the same thing that I needed to push me back into my relationship with God. So I don't know if he'll see this. Hopefully somebody will get it to him. Maybe I'll find a way to get it to him. But Minister Walker, I really appreciate that. It breaks my heart that I have no idea where that mustard seed is, but it's in my heart. And to me, that's all that matters. So I had to learn that everything doesn't have to be so huge. And my devotional that I was listening to this morning, he was just saying that start little. Like, he who is faithful to a little bit gonna get a lot of it. No, I don't think that's it. It's he who is faithful over a little bit can be faithful over a lot of it. And whoever is unfaithful over a little bit, they're gonna be unfaithful over a lot of it. That's why some people ain't built to be rich. Like, you not built to have bread, bro. Like, for some people, because you're gonna mess it up. And he knows you're gonna mess it up. Because you're not in a place to have the things that you think that you need. The thing that you want. That's why God's not giving them to you. That's why he's not giving it to you, because he because you think that's what you need. I need $1 million, Lord. For what? You need $1 million for what? What are you going to do with $1 million? Go buy a house? Okay. Don't you already have a house? You need another one? For what? Earth is not our home. Earth is not our home. So if Earth is not our home, why are we building up riches to have here? What are we doing? Mind you, I can get hit by a car tomorrow. I can get hit by a car in 20 minutes. And then that $1 million goes where? To my family? Okay, so now my family's taken care of. But this is not my family's home either. So what am I really investing? What am I really investing? Am I investing? Well, what should I really be investing? My thing is, if this isn't our home, why are we building up earthly riches? What's the song? What does it profit a man to gain the whole wide world and to lose a soul? Silver and gold. So what does it profit me to build all this family wealth, but all my family souls are lost? What? So I could be with you on earth, which is temporary, but I can't be with you in heaven? Why? Because I want to build everything we need to have here? Sounds like we need to be building for everybody to be with us in paradise. That's what we need to be building for. Oh, you got to have all this wealth. You got to have all this stuff and all these streams of income and all that stuff. And I'm not taking that away from nobody if that's what you choose to do. However, we're doing all of this for what? And it's not just you. It's me too. Like, I don't even want to get on me. I mean, we will at some point, but not right now. But what are we doing? Why are we doing it? What's the motive? Is it pleasing God? No? Then let's take it back. What's the point? What we doing? Shout out to Elevation Church. Just shout out to Elevation Church. That's all I got to say. Shout out to Elevation Church, for real. Honestly, if I lived in the area, I would definitely go to that church. I would go all the time. I subscribe to the YouTube page. I'm getting eclectic with the people I'm listening to, because I only listen to Stephen Furtick. That's it. I don't listen to nobody else. But he's Sly Holly, and every once in a while, I'm like, all right, Holly, I'll see you play. So I'll rock out with her. And they just did one. I don't know if it was this year's anniversary or what, but they did the anniversary. But you know what I like about them? I like how they backtrack to their progress as a church. Like, it used to be like this, and we felt like this. And then we got to the next level, and it felt like this. And then we got to the next step, and the next level, and it felt like this. And because that's how left is. I mean, look what I just said. Minister Walker gave me, a little kid, a pen with a mustard seed in it. I had no idea why he gave that to me. I just felt special. Because my boy gave me something. And he ain't get nobody else none that I know of. So I felt all special, you know. But I was happy to have had his favor, but I didn't understand. But you know what? That was the bait. Shout out to Stephen Furtick. He'll bait us with certain stuff. He'll bait us. Woo! And mind you, I've been kind of on this mustard seed faith thing for about a year now. Mustard seed faith. You only need a little bit. It just hit me today. Well, the day I recorded this. The connection. When I said it out loud. Shout out to Minister Walker. Just saying. You gotta listen. If you've never heard the song, The Voice of God, I don't know their names right now. My best friend put me on. I have literally given this song to every human being that I talk about God with. Like, I'm telling you, that's what this is all about. Taking heed and listening to the voice of God. That's what this is all about. Excuse me. And it's crazy because I'm having all these conversations with my friends, my coworkers, just about this. It's like an awakening of it's like an awakening of the elimination of the BS. Like, one of my boys said he about to stop watching TV. Like, what? Like, we can't even watch TV? Like, what? I'm about to stop watching TV. You know what? I never forget Sister Dow said to me, and I don't even know if she said this directly to me. I think I was just in the vicinity as she was talking about it. And she said, I had to stop watching my soap operas because it was distracting me from God. That's deep. And honestly, I didn't get it. I was like, what? You can't watch TV? What? Hold on to that. Same thing with Instagram. Lord have mercy. I can't stand Facebook, but that's neither here nor there. So IG, I got on maybe like 2 years ago, something like that. And all my friends were like, yo, you gotta get on, you gotta get on, you gotta get on. And I'm like, I don't want to get on Instagram. Like, I just feel what I know about Instagram is just butts. So like, I was just like, I don't want to be looking at butts all day. So I had no interest to get on Instagram. But then my sister, like I realized there was other stuff on there. So my sister put me on I Am DeVal and his wife and their kids, and I think they're hilarious. You know, I'm DeVal, so Pop Vasquez, Kev on Stage, Spice Adams, Affion Crockett, Deion Cole. Like, I started watching people on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, okay. I got into it, you know. I got into it. So then I started watching stuff like, I went to like specific pages. You know what I mean? First it was like people. And then I started following pages like Well-Dressed Black Men, Black Economics, Group Economics, things that I thought would motivate me. Now, don't get it twisted. The reason why I was looking at well-dressed black men is because I enjoy seeing a well-dressed black man, like in a suit. Like, it's very, like, uplifting to see a man dressed in a suit, because that's not what we see often. We don't see black men dressed in suits often. So I was like, you know what? This is nice. And you know, all types of black men, like all shades. It was just like, it was beautiful to see. You know what I mean? So it wasn't nothing crazy or creepy or inappropriate, but it was just like, look at that. Beautiful, you know. Had to clear that up. Now, this is stuff I thought was going to motivate me, you know, to kind of do, you know. But you know what it made me? You know what it did for me? It made me bitter. It made me angry. It made me greedy. It made me dissatisfied with myself, dissatisfied with my relationship, dissatisfied with the life that I had created for myself, dissatisfied with the way I look, dissatisfied with the way I handle my money, dissatisfied with everything. I was just, I would come home going at my husband like, why aren't you doing this? And why aren't you doing that? Why don't you look like this? And like, what? Like, I know who I married. Like, I married a hood nerd. Like, I married a hood nerd. And I couldn't figure out why I was trying to make him into something that he was not. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I was, Lord have mercy. But my thing is, like, since when is this hood nerd not good enough for you? Huh, Nara? Huh, Nara? What you say, Nara? Crickets? Right. So why? Why? What am I doing? Because I got caught up. Yo, my boy at work said it all the time. Like, people caught up. And guess what? I got caught up. Like Usher. Caught up. Got me feeling it. Caught up. Like, I was caught up. Okay? All the way. So, the reason I'm saying all of this is because I'm a good kid. I came from a good family. I don't have any problems. I got a good job. I got a good man. I'm all set. So on the outside looking in at my life, people are like, oh, you're fine. Why would you have any issues? Just like people who are depressed. They're like, oh, you got this and you got that. So what's the problem? Why are you sad? And I had to ask myself the same question. Nara, what's the problem? The Lord has given you literally everything that you've asked for. Everything that you've asked for. You wanted a husband? Boom. There you go. You wanted a good job? Boom. There you go. And they got the nerve to complain sometimes. Stop it. But we'll deal with that later. But boom, there you go. Yo, how long you been trying to lose weight? And then guess what happened last year? You lost the weight too. So now you got everything that you said that you wanted. So what you mad for, huh? Why you still walking around your house angry? Why you taking 50 shots a day? What is going on with you, bruh? I had to stop and reflect. What's going on here? What's wrong with this picture? I'm doing everything and focused on everything but the one thing I should be focused on. I'm worried and I got all these issues and I got all this stuff going on and I got to get all these streams of income and I got to have a certain amount of money in the bank. I got debt and I got this and I got that and I got to fix all this stuff and Lord have mercy, driving myself crazy. But the Lord said, bruh, why are you worried? I already told you I'm going to take care of all that. Worry for no thing. Shout out to Stephen Furtick. Worry for no thing. That means worry for nothing. Worry for no thing. Excuse me, 0 things we should be worried about. Why? Because God's going to take care of it for us. Like, what? But tomorrow I gotta... Bruh, I learned this in Sunday school. I can't remember who my Sunday school teacher was at the time, but I'll never forget this. I don't remember the exact verse. Lord, I need to get better with this. I'm getting in my word. Just give me a minute. But anyway, it was a verse about not worrying about tomorrow because God's going to take care of you tomorrow. So the Sunday school teacher was basically saying, don't worry about tomorrow because God's going to take care of that. So here I am, a youth. I don't remember how old I was, but I was a youth. I was young. I wasn't in high school yet. And I was like, so you telling me that I can't get my school clothes ready for tomorrow? Like, you telling me that I can't, like, get all my stuff ready? Like, what? You telling me I can't do that? They were like, yo, you can prepare for tomorrow, but don't worry about tomorrow. Even then, I didn't get it. I was like, all right, whatever you say, whatever. As an adult, I get it. Because all we do is worry. I don't even got no kids yet. Lord have mercy. I can't even imagine. I can only imagine what I'm going to be like with kids. Like, Lord have mercy. I worry about everything. And I didn't used to be this way. Like, but I'm a worrier. I'm an adult now. I worry. It's just what I do. Because I know what's out there. When you a kid, you ignorant. You don't know what's out there, so you don't worry about nothing. Or when you a kid and you know there's so much stuff out there, you worry about everything. And then that'll, turn you in a different way. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, people are in pain. It's too much going on for us to be as stinking and ignorant and ugly as we are. Like, make sure when people are doing the right thing, tell them. Because we're so quick to tell people when they're doing something wrong. Yes, we have to make sure that when somebody's doing the right thing, we're letting them know. Okay? Yeah, that was my little spiel for the moment. But Lord, I ask that you continue to direct me in the things that you want me to say that need to be given to your people. Lord, I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. But I'm just trying to, step by step, the devotional said today, don't do nothing big today. Don't do nothing extravagant. Do something little. Do something little. Because that's where it starts, with the little things. The little things get us caught up. And the little things also help us get closer to where the Lord wants us to go. All right? All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, probably a little because I just listened to myself display that whole thing. And probably for the next 4 or 5 of them, it's going to be the same way because I recorded them voice and not visual, but I feel like these are things that I need to deliver visually. So bear with me and go on this journey with me. Thanks.
I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. You said I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save